House here, coming to you with a yoga practice. I have the opportunity to teach yoga at the Collinsville Rec Center, but in lieu of recent activities in our world today, we're no longer holding class, at least for the next few months, in a room together, so I'm coming to you virtually. So hopefully you can watch this video, practice in your own home. As you can see, I'm in here in my craft / workout / office at home. Hopefully it'll be nice and quiet in here, but you may not have the opportunity to go find a nice quiet place to practice your yoga, and that's okay. So if you are able to sit down on the mat with me, and you've got your dogs or your kids or your spouses or whomever running around, just embrace it. Let them join in and participate with you. Make it a fun family activity. So let's go ahead and get started here. Find our nice, quiet, comfortable seated position. Roll our shoulders up toward our ears and back. Down. Think about having something between your shoulder blades. Opening up through the chest here. Chin is just gently brought down toward the chest. Your eyes may be closed, or you may just gently lower your gaze. We all have many, many things on our mind right now, which create many stressors, many uncertainties. Let's try to take all of those things and package them away for the next hour or so. I've got a little box up here, a pretend box, so that you can take all of those things, package them up, and toss them over here to me. When we're finished with practice, you may still need some of those things, and they'll be here waiting for you. But maybe you'll find that there are many things that you've been holding on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore. So you can just let them go and let them be here. As we go through our practice, if any of those things rise up into your mind, acknowledge it, and then toss it back over to your little safe keeping box over here. So let's start by noticing our breath. Maybe we place a hand on our tummy and a hand on our chest. And we just notice the natural rhythm of our breathing. Something that we do every day, obviously, but often take it for granted. Breath can be so healing if we take it in and just let it work for us. So you notice as you breathe how your body contracts and retracts. And maybe now you deepen your breath and you notice when you do this, your tummy pushes out, and as you inhale, maybe it comes in, your chest rises, and as you exhale, your chest falls. Just take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And let's take a deep inhale, counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that a couple times on your own and just notice how deepening your breath and holding it sort of makes you feel stronger. So we're going to do it quietly together. And next, let's take the deepest breath we've taken all day, and then when we release it out through your mouth like a lion. Let it, you're there at home, no one else can hear you except maybe your family, and just let it go with as much audible sound as you can. So inhale nice and deep, and then let it go. Maybe you open your eyes here or lift up your gaze. Excuse me, I've got a tickle. And inhale, bringing your arms up overhead. Maybe you look up towards your fingers, and then you exhale, bringing your fingers down, and chin comes down to chest. So we're taking our breath and we're finding movement with it. Inhale, bringing our fingers up, and exhale, bringing them down. One more time, inhale, up, and exhale, down. Keeping that spine straight. Inhale, hands come up, your gaze comes to neutral. Exhale, bring your right hand down as you extend over to the right with your left hand, left arm. Keeping those shoulders stacked, so I'm not dipping in or going back too far, but I'm keeping my shoulders nice and stacked here. My neck can be in whatever position might feel good. It might still be a little stiff, so maybe you keep it neutral. And then inhale, come back up, right hand comes up, and exhale, left hand comes down as right hand comes over. Finding a nice stretch on each side, opening up through those ribs. Inhale one more time, arms up, exhale, right hand comes down as left hand comes over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand comes down and right hand comes over. Pointing those fingers over to the right. I'm not dropping my arm in toward my ear, but I'm keeping it nice and open. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, twist your torso over to your right, bringing your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand directly behind you to help you sit up nice and straight. And then exhale, deepen that stretch. So inhale, we lift up, and then exhale, we deepen. Inhale, arms come up, come back to the center, and then exhale over to the left side. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, left hand comes up behind you, nice and tall. And then exhale to deepen that stretch. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, arms come up. Come back to center. Bring your hands down to your knees as you tuck your chin in, tuck your tailbone in, finding a cat position and seated. And inhale, open up, chin comes up, gaze goes up, tailbone comes up as you arch in, finding a cow position. Inhale, tuck it all in. Exhale, push it all out. Inhale, come back to neutral, and let's find our way into tabletop. As you can see, I've had something that I was sitting on because it helps me to have a nice straight spine when I'm seated. So tabletop, our wrists are directly under our shoulders and our hips. Our knees are directly under our hips. Inhaling, pushing up out of the shoulders. Belly button rises up toward the spine. Nice flat back as the crown of your head points forward. Your feet can be flat on the floor, or you can have your toes curled under, whatever is most comfortable for you. Inhale, coming into a tabletop cat-cow, so we're pushing up with our chest, our chin, tailbone comes up for cow position. As we exhale, tucking the tailbone and the chin in, coming into cat position. Inhale, Lifting up. Exhale, tucking it all in. One more time. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, tucking it all in. Inhale, bring your toes together, walk your knees out as wide as the mat. Hands come forward. As you exhale, bring your tailbone down to your heels and your forehead down towards the mat. If your forehead does not make it to the mat, that's okay. Don't force it. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. So you're inhaling nice and deep, and you're exhaling, allowing gravity to pull you down toward the mat. Let those muscles relax so that you can help open up those shoulders a little bit. Think about bringing your tailbone a little closer to the heels, and you'll find a little bit more of a stretch in the shoulders. Inhale, come up. Walk your hands over to the right side, off of your mat. Knees are still pointing forward. As you exhale, coming into a side stretch. Once again, opening up through that left side. You might feel the stretch a little different here. Maybe up more right here under your shoulder blade. Inhale, come up. Walk your hands back to center. And then over to the left. And then exhale, bringing the forehead down. Also think about bringing your right hip down towards your heel. See if you can deepen that stretch just a little bit. Let's try that one more time on each side. Inhale, come up. Walk your hands to the center and then over to the right. And then exhale. Again, think about that left hip pushing back toward the heel just a little bit. See if you can find a little bit more of an opening. Inhale up. Walk your hands to the center, over to the left, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, walk your hands to the center. Keep your hands out in front of you as you bring your hips up. Knees come in under hips. Hands come out to the side. And then lower your body down toward the mat. Elbows come down under shoulders, finding Sphinx pose. So here, your feet are nice and flat on the mat. You're really pressing your thighs and the top of your feet into the mat. And notice I am not all the way on the screen here, so I'll push back just a little bit. This is a nice little back bend by getting just a little bit of a bend in that lower back. So think about really pushing your pubic bone down into the mat and just really feel that right through here. Inhale, push back, coming into child's pose again, but keeping your knees where they are. Hands come out in front of you. Take a deep breath in and release. And inhale, roll back forward, bringing your elbows back down underneath you. Let's try that one more time. Bring your hands up to your rib cage. Push up with your inhale, and then exhale, push back. And inhale, come back forward. Roll forward, bringing your elbows down to place where your hands were. Inhale, push up to tabletop. Hands come out just a little bit in front of you. Curl those toes under. Exhale. Inhale, push the hips up toward the sky. And then exhale, heels down toward the mat. coming into our first downward facing dog. Walk that dog out here, bending one knee in at a time. Maybe finding a little bit of movement in the hips. Inhale, walk your hands back to meet the feet, forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Nice generous bend in the knees. Toes are pointing forward. We're on all 4 points of the foot here. Inner big toe, inner heel, outer pinky toe. Inhale, halfway lift, bringing your hands up towards your thighs. Shoulders roll back away from your ears. Nice flat back, belly button is pushing up and in toward the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, nice and slow. Coming all the way up to tall mountain. Reaching those fingers, tips all the way up to the sky as we ground our feet down into the mat. Turning our inner thighs in toward one another, giving us a nice strong stance. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive all the way down, nice and slow. Take a breath here. You can find a little movement with those legs as we're still working to warm up those tendons and whatnot in the back of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, nice and tall. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe this time we bring our hands just to our shins. But again, the shoulders are down away from the ears. Crown of head is pointing forward. Core is engaged. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, nice and strong. All the way up, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, walk forward. Coming into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bringing your knees down to the mat or just lowering yourself all the way down. Hands are at your rib cage. Inhale, lift up. Coming into cobra. So chest comes forward. You're using your core and your breath to lift you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl those toes, push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your hands up to meet your feet up to meet your hands, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step or hop back into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Maybe this time you come into tall cobra. Hands are still at the rib cage. Inhale, lifting up just a little bit taller. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl those toes up, push up to plank, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, open your right knee up to the right side as you bring your left foot over to the side, opening up through that hip. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, and then exhale, bringing your foot forward, coming into low lunge. Back toes can be curled, or you can have your foot nice and flat on the mat. You're on two parallel tracks here. hips are centered, so right hip comes back as the left hip comes forward, really zipping up through the midline, your inner thighs. And when you feel nice and strong and ready, inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Shoulders are down away from ears. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Exhale. Inhale, twist to your right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Your right palm engages with the left palm as you push your palms together nice and strong, and the chest opens up to the right side, pulling your chest away from your palms. Trying to keep that front knee over the front ankle. Nice side twist here. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, come back to center. Plant the palms, or if you need your blocks, bring your blocks up. If you don't have blocks, you can use books. Books will help you here. Inhale and then exhale, bringing your hips back, straightening up through that front leg, bringing those toes towards you. Those right toes, just gently pulling up towards you, really feeling a nice stretch in the back part of your thigh, all the way down to your ankles. So be gentle. And inhale, roll forward, lift up as you exhale. Inhale, hips come back, front leg stretches long, and then bring those toes along with you. Inhale, roll back up. Curl those back toes under. Lift that back knee up. And then when you're ready, when you inhale, lift up, coming into forward fold. And set your blocks to the side here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. I am too warm, so I am going to take this off and just be free, being me. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, raise up. Maybe you do upward facing dog, so the tops of your feet and your hands are the only thing on the mat. Exhale, come up to plank, and then downward facing dog. Inhale, plant that right foot as the left leg comes up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee, open the left knee up to the left side as the left foot comes over to the right side, opening up through that hip, keeping the rest of your body forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, then inhale, roll forward, bringing your right foot up between your hands. We're back to low lunge with on two parallel tracks. Hips are centered, so left hip comes back as right hip comes forward. Left knee over left ankle. Inhale, come up. Good. A low crescent lunge here. Shoulders are down away from ears. Belly button is in toward the spine. Inhale, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, twist over to your left. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Hands, palms come together. Really engage them together. As you inhale, open your chest up to the left, pushing your chest away from your hands. Finding a nice twist on the left side here. Remember to breathe. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, back to center. Bring your blocks back in. Bring them up to the side. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Inhale. Bring your hips back toward your right heel as you straighten through the left leg. And then bring those left toes up gently, getting a nice stretch all the way in, down through your knee, and to your Achilles. Inhale, roll forward. Really opening up through those hips here. And then exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll forward. Curl those back toes under. Lift that right knee up. And then exhale, bring your right foot up to meet the left foot, coming into forward fold. Put your blocks over to the side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those palms. Step back into downward facing dog here. Find a little movement as you take a couple of full breaths here. Plant that left foot nice and firm. Inhale, bring that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll forward, bringing this right foot up between your hands. Left knee comes up off the mat into low lunge here. Make sure you're nice and stable in your stance. When you're ready, inhale, raise your arms up overhead. If this feels a little too far away, you can use your blocks, bring them in, find whatever adjustment you need so you're nice and stable. Check in, your hips are nice and even, knee is over ankle, shoulders are down away from ears. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, pivot the back foot 90 degrees coming into warrior two. Front knee should be pushing out toward your pinky toe. Back leg, the majority of the weight is on the outside of your left foot there. Really engage through the core. Torso is facing forward. Arms are out to a T, and then look over your right fingers. Warrior two. Inhale, reach that right hand forward. As you exhale, bring right hand up overhead, left hand slides down back leg, and then continue the right hand up and over, coming into a reverse warrior here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, left elbow to left knee, right hand comes up, fingers are stretching up toward the sky. Think about your right shoulder here and sort of bring it back so that you are stacked with your shoulders. Think about being between two planes of glass here. And then if you want, maybe you continue your left hand coming forward, stretching over your head here. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, straighten that front leg, and then come back into reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two with a straight leg. Then exhale, bring your right hand down to your right shin as your left arm stretches up for a reverse triangle. Or you can get your block and use your block for support. reverse triangle with assistance of a block. Inhale, come back up, move the block if you've got it there. Exhale, pivot the right foot parallel to the edge of the mat. Arms come up, 5-point star. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, forward fold. Maybe your hands come down in front of you. Maybe you bring the block to help support. Maybe your hands walk back behind you, keeping the fingers pointed forward. Or maybe you bring them back so they're pointing behind you. Get whatever stretch feels good here. This is a nice release through the inner and outer side of your thighs. But whatever feels right, that's what you should do right now. Inhale, raise up a little bit. And then exhale, let gravity gently pull you in. Inhale, raise up just a little bit. Exhale, bend your right knee, walk your hands over to the right side, stretching in towards your inner thigh on the left side. And maybe you use your arm to push into your right knee and your right knee to push into your arm for a little bit stability here. Inhale, raise back up. Walk back to the center, and then exhale, bring it all over to the left side. Inhale, raise up, come back to center. Exhale, over to the right side. You might feel a few pops along the way here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the left side. Inhale, back to center. Bring your hands to your hips as you raise up. Wide leg mountain pose here. Take a breath in and exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, pivot your feet facing the right side of your mat, coming back into crescent lunge. Exhale, fold down, bring your left foot up to meet the right foot, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right foot back. Coming into a low crescent lunge here. When you're ready, inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Checking in with your posture and your balance here. Give me a moment. I'm going to switch to this side so that I stay facing the camera. When you're ready, inhale, pivot your right foot to be parallel to the back of the mat, coming into Warrior Two. So try to keep that left knee pointing out toward that back toe. Majority of your weight on your right foot is on the outside of your foot. Torso facing forward, arms are long down, shoulders are down away from ears, looking over our left fingers. Inhale, bring that left hand forward. Exhale, lift it up toward the sky. Back arm goes down the back leg. Reverse warrior. Maybe bring your arm facing the back of the room here. Inhale. Warrior Two. Exhale. Extended side angle. Left elbow comes to left knee. Right arm goes up over the right head, over your head, pointing to the left side. Inhale, Warrior Two. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, arms out long. And then coming into extended triangle, you bring your hand down to your shin or use your block. Think about your right shoulder opening up so it's not dipping in. You're between two parallel planes of glass here. Inhale, raise up. Block out of the way. Exhale, pivot your feet so that they're both to the short edge of the mat. Arms come up, 5-point star. Exhale, forward fold. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Just take a moment here and enjoy if this feels right for your body. Inhale, raise up just a little bit. Bring your heels in towards you so that your toes are pointing out toward the corners, the outer corners of your mat. And raise up, coming into goddess pose. So elbows are bent and are at the same height of your shoulders. You're pulling your elbows back so that you're opening up through the chest, but your chin is sort of coming down gently toward the chest. Knees are bent, nice and strong, tailbone is in, core is engaged. Inhale, raise up, 5-point star. Exhale, come back down into goddess pose. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, see if you can come a little bit deeper. If this doesn't make you forget about things for a while, I don't know what will. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, come down. You might feel a little shaky here, and that's okay, that's a good thing. But you should never ever feel any pain while doing yoga. Inhale, forward fold. While you're down here, walk your feet so that they're pointing to the left side of your mat, coming into, preparing to come into your little low lunge here, bending in that front leg, your left leg. Use your hands to support you or get your blocks if you need it. Inhale, bring your right foot up to meet the left foot, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ragdoll it up, one vertebrae at a time, bringing your shoulders, your head up less. Shoulders will roll back, hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a break if you need to get a drink really quick. Now's a good time to do it. Bring your feet together or your toes together if you choose, coming into chair pose here. Keep a little bit of a distance in your heels if you're coming this way. Going into chair, I like to have my feet like this. My inner thighs are sort of turning in to one another. Helps my balance and to stay nice and strong. Core is engaged, tailbones in, shoulders are back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale. And exhale, come into chair. So your majority of your weight is on the back of your heels here. You want to be able to see your toes. And let's hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, come back into chair. Bring your arms down. Maybe they come out to a T. Maybe they're in prayer pose. Whatever feels good to you. And then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Inhale, goes all the way up, one more time. Exhale, hands come down, heart center, coming into chair, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming into mountain pose. Walk your feet back out. Let's work on a little tree pose here. So find something to focus on in front of you that's not moving. Plant the majority of your weight on your right foot, on all 4 corners of the foot. Nice gentle bend in the knee, but nice and strong up through the inner thigh. Kickstand your left leg. Hands can be on your hips, out, prayer pose, up, whatever helps you find your balance. Turn your left knee out to the left side, kickstand your heel to the inside of your right leg. And when you're ready, inhale, bring your foot up. It can either be on your calf, you could bring it all the way up to the thigh, but do not plant it on your knee. So whatever feels right to you. And let's just see, we're home in our own home without a bunch of other people around us. How long can we hold it? And can we find a little humor, a little laughter, maybe a little chuckle at ourselves? Because maybe we think we feel a little silly doing it, but tell you what, it will help you forget about your woes for just a little bit. Laughing at yourself or doing something that makes you a little uncomfortable, it's out of your comfort zone, it's good for the soul. All right, bring that leg back forward, bring it out in front of you, and then exhale, bring it down. And kind of shake that right leg out a little bit. And let's practice on the opposite side. Nice firm footing on that left foot. Checking in with the knee or inner thigh. Kickstand the right foot, finding our focus in front of us. Turning our right knee out to the right side and coming into chair. Tree, excuse me, not chair. And since we're home, maybe we try something a little bit different. Because who's looking, right? Who can see us? I wouldn't probably be able to do this in front of you all in my class because I get to laughing too much. Get to be too silly. All right. When you're ready, bring your foot back down, bring it out in front of you, and then plant it down. Shake out that left leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's come to a seated position on our mat. Bring our legs out in front of us, nice and long. If you need something to sit on, you can roll your mat up or grab a blanket just to help with your posture a little bit. Or a pillow. Pillow works great too. You can always improvise with whatever we have at home. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, keeping a generous bend in the knees if you need to. And then exhale, just sink in. Allow gravity to really pull you in and help you open up. You should feel this stretch in your shoulders, in your upper and lower back, and even through your hamstrings. And the more you pull your toes towards you, the more of a stretch you'll feel in the back of your legs. So take what you need. One last inhale and exhale. Walk your hands up. Be nice and tall. Bring your right foot into your left leg. Bring your left leg out to the side a little bit. Inhale, arms up. exhale, fold forward toward the left, bringing your hands wherever you need to. So we're not hyper extending through the leg because we do not want to pull our hamstrings, damage any tendons. So we're only doing what feels good to our own bodies. Inhale nice and deep. And then exhale. And the more you can practice this at home and do this on your own, the more you'll notice that you will open up. You've got to learn to relax those muscles, and that's the hard part. So when you're in this position, it's an active position, but you should be able to relax those muscles that you're stretching. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Right leg comes out, left leg comes in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, letting those arms fall wherever it feels good and natural. You don't want, try to keep your legs straight and toes up though. Don't let things curl in wherever it may fall naturally for you. So a nice active leg here. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, bring those legs back out in front of you. Arms up. Exhale, fold forward one more time. See if you can really grab the feet, even if you need to put as much bend in your knees. Just really see if you can stretch the bottom of those feet out just a little bit. Right, inhale, walk up. If you've got something underneath your hips, move it. Bring your feet to the mat. Arms out long, and then exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, finding a little movement, rocking back and forth here. Nice little massage for the lower back. Oh, it feels so good. Inhale, stretch that left leg out long. Right knee comes in toward the chest and then over toward your right armpit. Both toes, both feet are nice and engaged here. Matter of fact, roll that right ankle one way and then the other. Give it a little bit of love, a little few pops here. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Right leg goes out, left knee comes in toward the chest and then out toward the left armpit. Feet are engaged. Roll that ankle one way and then the other. A deep breath in and then exhale. Bring both knees back into the chest. Nice hug. Exhale, bring your feet to the mat directly behind your hips. Palms of the hands are nice and flat on the mat here. Sorry you can't see my whole body. Trying to adjust here. Inhale. Firm hands, firm feet. Feet are hip distance apart. Knees are pointed straight up. And inhale. Lift your hips up, coming into bridge pose. And then exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, bringing that lower back down to the mat. And then completely releasing. Inhale, lift up one more time. Bridge pose. And then exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lift up. Walk your shoulders under you. See if you can clasp your hands underneath you. If you can bring your palms together, great. If not, that's okay too. So chin, chest comes up to chin, chin goes up, so you're not crunching into your neck. And release the hands, exhale, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, bring your knees in for one last hug. And then exhale, bring your legs out long. Coming into your final resting pose. Now if this feels good to you here, great. Or if you want to butterfly your legs, that's great. Or maybe you bring your feet out as wide as your mat and let your knees fall in to one another. But whatever feels good to you in your final resting pose, please do that. If there's anything that comes up for you right now in this time, acknowledge it and then let it go. Close your eyes. Get rid of any fidgets that you might be holding on to. Acknowledge any noise that might be going on around you, but see if you can let that all go. See if you can be in the moment and just be, just cleanse. Find a little bit of music here. So I have my big bright ball of warm, beautiful spring and sunshine. This ball is here to cleanse you. It's here to give you permission to relax, permission to just be, to remove your worries, to let go of those struggles and frustrations and things that you cannot control. It starts at the crown of the head and it just comes down to the ears, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, down the neck, shoulders, remembering to release and let go. Down the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers. And maybe it comes back up to the chest. Goes down the chest, tummy, hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Your body scan to relax all muscles. Your mind scan to relax your mind. And your spiritual scan to help calm the spirit. Just take a few moments here to listen to your breath or to the music, or just to listen. So maybe you wiggle your fingers, your toes, blink your eyes. Maybe you find a smile. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Stretch your fingers as far to the wall behind you as you can. Point your toes and stretch your toes as far to the wall in front of you as you can. And then when you're ready, roll over one side or the other. Bring your knees up. Bring your head to rest on the inside of your elbow. Just give yourself one more moment to just acknowledge that it's okay to let go and to just be. And then when you're ready, gently push yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. There, inhale, bring your arms up overhead, glance up towards your hands. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, eyes come down toward your fingers. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope that this practice finds you all well and healthy, and I hope it gives you something and reminds you that in all its imperfection, that it's okay to just be, and that we're all in this together. And I say namaste to you, which means that the light and teacher in me honors and respects the light and teacher in each one of you. And more than ever, I hope that your light can shine bright and help those who live in darkness be able to find their light. Namaste. Thank you. I hope to see you all again on this virtual mat, coming with another practice and maybe a shorter meditation. Bye.